Hey, coach, let's cut right to it. If your coaching sessions are not creating real felt transformation, they're not going to be worth premium fees. I'm Kendall, and in this episode, we're talking about what actually makes a coaching session $1 million powerful. The kind of session that shifts identity, anchors confidence, and calls your client forward in a way that she will never forget. Now, this isn't theory, it's the real work that turns you into the coach who doesn't just hold space, but actually changes lives. And I'm giving you 6 core elements of high impact coaching that make you unforgettable, referable, and unapologetically well paid. It's all inside this episode of the Money Coach School podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Hey, beautiful coach. Today we're talking about what makes a coaching session truly worth premium fees and how that kind of transformation can happen every single time. Now, I titled this episode $1 Million Coaching Sessions because there's something about those two words, $1 million, that hold a power to them, a true magic that's like nothing else. It's more than a number. It's a frequency. It's leadership. It's presence. It's mastery. And I get it. If you're just starting your coaching career or you've been at it for a while without seeing the revenue that you want, $1 million can feel like a really far off dream. But dreams are what your reality is built on. And I encourage you to put energy and vision and grit into your $1 million dream. Now, I did a whole episode on why I believe every coach should have $1 million goal. And definitely give that episode a listen to when you're done with this one. It's episode 77, and I will link to it in the show notes. Now, if $1 million seems far-fetched in the current economy, it's actually not. I experienced my first $1 million year as a coach in 2008 when the Great Recession had hit and everything was tanking. And one reflection I want to pass on to you is that your first million does not happen the day you cross that money line. It actually happens the day that you decide that it's inevitable. Now, this is not overnight. It's a process of seeing yourself, your skills, your internal dialogue, everything in your business through the lens of being $1 million coach. So I think of it as a layering process where everything in you and in your coaching is up-leveled. Your coaching skills, your identity, your pricing. It's built through the way you show up for prospective clients, for practice clients, for paying clients, and for yourself. And it's doing the personal work on your money like what I teach in my mentoring program, Secret Energy of Money, because it all adds up. You know, creating $1 million as a coach is actually not very complicated. It's stunningly simple. It's premium pricing for a relatively small number of clients through one-on-one, VIP days, and small group programs. That's it. But here's what makes it work. Your ability to coach, not just talk. Not consult, not wing it, to actually coach. And it doesn't require you to be an expert in your client's business. And of course, I'm the biggest fan ever of coaching women entrepreneurs, so that's why I say that. It doesn't require you to be an expert in your client's business. It requires you to expertly coach your client towards her vision. Your coaching expertly helps her clear the path towards what it's going to take to achieve her vision. Her vision is hers to achieve. Not yours, it's hers. You're there to remove everything and anything standing in her way. You're there to hold her as powerful no matter what. And this is why I say that $1 million coaching sessions are not about being flashy, they're about being transformational. And today I'm walking you through 6 core elements of high impact coaching that make you unforgettable, referable, and unapologetically well paid. So number 1. $1 million sessions start with $1 million presence. Now, you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't need a perfectly polished coaching script, which doesn't exist anyway. What you do need is presence, deep, grounded, laser-focused presence. The kind of presence that says, I see you. I believe in you. I'm holding the vision of who you are becoming. It's what creates safety and trust and the space for bold truth to emerge. When you are fully present, not multitasking in your mind or managing performance anxiety, you create the environment for transformation. Now, when I first started coaching, I was so worried about what to ask. I was just terrified about what to say next. I was so busy up in my head, I couldn't be fully present for my clients, and they felt it. The coaching it was okay, but it was tentative, and I was really nervous. Talk about performance anxiety. Now, here's what I did to change that because it had to change. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and I didn't feel the way that I wanted to feel coaching. I wanted to feel amazing and fantastic, not nervous and tentative. So, what I did to change this is before every session, I took 30 seconds to breathe and anchor into this intention. I'm here to hold your vision. I'm here to see who you are becoming. I'm here to hold steady when you may want to backslide. That was it. That put me into $1 million presence. All right, number 2, your coaching structure is your power tool. $1 million sessions don't meander, they move. You're not forcing transformation, you're leading it. And structure is what allows you to coach deeply without rescuing or rushing. So think of the flow like this. You have a clear opening that sets direction and intention. You have a transformational core where you coach an identity shift and other things as well. You're not just coaching on whatever problem is in front of your client. And then you have a powerful close that anchors the shift and affirms who she is becoming. Now, this is a very, very simplistic version of my structure, but when you follow this rhythm, you become the coach she trusts to go deep and to get her somewhere. Now, if you want the full structure that I use, check out my training. It's called The Strategy to Deliver High-Impact Coaching Sessions in Just 30 Minutes, and I'll link to that in the show notes. All right, number 3, identity shifting is the currency of transformation. This one is the heart of it all. If your coaching does not touch on how your client sees herself, it's not transformational, it's just conversational. Real coaching shifts self-concept, and that shift changes everything, her decisions, her confidence, her results. That's what leads to new decisions, bolder action, and tangible results. And that's what your clients are really paying for. Now, I did an entire episode on this topic. It's episode 87, Why Great Coaching Isn't Just Talking, It's Identity Shifting. And so I'll link to that in the show notes. We've got a lot of links for you in this episode today. But that's good. I want you to have all these resources. So quick example here. Instead of asking, well, what do you want to do about that? Like with whatever she's brought up, instead try asking something like this. What does the version of you who already has this result decide here? That's a $1 million question. All right, number 4, emotional safety is a skill set, not a vibe. So let me bust a myth here. Holding emotional space is not just about being kind or calming. It's about having the skill to hold intensity, truth, resistance, and expansion without you absorbing it or reacting to it. When your client is experiencing a big identity shift, yeah, she may feel shaky or uncertain or emotional, maybe even a little chaotic. Your job is not to soothe her into safety. Your job is to normalize that expansion. So $1 million coaches don't shrink when she shakes. You stay rooted, you stay calm, you stay clear, you stay highly present, and that's how $1 million breakthroughs happen. All right, number 5, language that lands and lingers. So the words you use in a session, they absolutely matter. I mean, a single sentence can shift your client's entire trajectory. $1 million coaching is not about using fancy language. It's about using language that lands, that sticks with her, that echoes in her decisions days or weeks later. So here are 3 examples. I'm not going to set this up with a particular situation. I'm just going to say what these statements are, and you can apply them how you want. So, for example, that's an old identity trying to stay in control. Let's meet the new one. I love that. Second one, powerful women go beyond just making decisions. They trust themselves afterwards. Love that one too. Here's the third one. This is what it feels like when you stop playing small. So language like this doesn't just support her, it helps rewire her. All right, number 6, $1 million coaches don't wing it, they refine it. Now, this is the difference between coaches who plateau and coaches who rise. Winging it might get you some feel-good sessions, maybe, but it won't get you premium fees. Absolutely not. It will not get you steady referrals, no way, or a reputation for excellence. You become that coach through refinement, through training, through practice, through developing the skill of coaching, not just throwing questions out there and seeing what sticks. You become unshakable in how you coach. And this is what we teach inside Courageous Coaching Certification. It's for the woman who knows she's meant to lead with presence, to charge premium fees, and coach like her work actually matters, because it does. When your coaching works, everything else flows. Clients stay, referrals come in, and your income rises. And not because you're hustling, but because your coaching backs your pricing every single time. So if you're ready to move beyond winging it, if you're ready to feel solid and skilled and in command of every coaching session, and if you're ready for coaching that earns premium fees, these 6 elements are definitely your starting point. So practice them, embody them. That's how you become the coach who is remembered, referred, and well paid. And it's how you have your own back with your coaching and making that premium money that you want to make. And if you're ready to master this skill set from the inside out, join me inside Courageous Coaching Certification. I'll definitely put the link in the show notes there. And 50% of our students inside of Courageous Coaching are brand new to coaching, and the other 50% are seasoned coaches ready to level up. So wherever you are right now, we'll meet you there and teach you how to coach up to that next level, because in your heart, you know you're $1 million coach. So let's get you coaching like it. All right. As always, coaching changes lives, starting with yours. And real quick, if you could do me a big favor, I would so appreciate it. If you could leave a 5-star review on Apple, I would be just thrilled to the moon and back. It helps get this show in front of other women like you, soulful, ambitious, with a deep love and desire to coach with purpose and get paid a lot of money. So if you could leave that review, I would really, really love that. All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you here in next week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to KendallSummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.